Greetings, traveler. So you've come for more of the Bronze Crown lore. Well, I've got your back. Today we got episode 7, and it's going to be on the Council of the Nine. Last episode, we discussed the Assassins of the Bronze Crown and their various factions. This time, we're going to talk about the Council of the Nine. You might not recall this, but during the Age of Blood, when the Celestial Dragons fought the Chaos Dragons for 100 years, there were a few tribes of Chaos Dragons that didn't make it to the capital city. Now, most of them made it there, but there were a few that didn't. During the Age of Blood, the Celestial Dragons abandoned their city in the swamp, and it fell into disrepair. The Celestial Dragons divided themselves into 3 separate groups, each for their respective types of dragons. Now, there are multiple reasons why the Celestial Dragons left their city, the most prevalent being the need to hide. If the Chaos Dragons all got together and attacked, they would have easily overcome the defenses. However, another reason why they did it was due to a lack of food in the swamp. Now, back to the tribes of Chaos Dragons that couldn't reach the city. They all found the abandoned city of the Celestial Dragons, and they decided to live there. It became a haven for outcasts and other unwanted dragons. The dragons there didn't live long, and they were super unhealthy, all because of a lack of good food and water. They had to eat swamp creatures, such as crocodiles, which weren't particularly plentiful, and they had to drink dirty water, which had all kinds of diseases. They were miserable, but they survived. At first, the city merely served as a mass shelter, but eventually, when their numbers reached the hundreds, they decided to elect rulers. They chose 9 counselors who were supposed to make decisions to lead these Chaos Dragons into a brighter future. They repaired the city walls, and they even recovered a few suits of armor from the golden age of the Celestial Dragons. These suits were made of steel, and they were much better than the iron or leather armor that the Chaos Dragons from the capital wore. The Chaos Dragons living in the swamp tried to recreate the steel armor suits, and they managed to create an alloy similar to steel, although not quite as durable. They made 1,000 suits of plate armor, and they gifted them to their soldiers. Every time a soldier died, their suit was gifted to another soldier. However, the Council of the Nine couldn't make any more than 1,000 suits of armor and 1,000 swords because they ran out of materials to do so. That's why every suit was so valuable, because they couldn't be replaced. These dragons were starving, but they couldn't get any food, or so they thought at first. As time went on, they began to make a plan to get food, but aside from raiding other settlements, they couldn't find any place that had food, except for the capital. They wanted to attack the capital to get food, but they were too cowardly to take action. This is where they sit now, out in the swamp, waiting and biding their time. But anyway, that's about it for this lore video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.